minutes remaining. See what they can do.
You know what I've just done? I've had my audio off this whole time. Hello guys!
Oh my!
That is quite bad. I would like to say a shout out to Gavra for sending me a message saying that my audio wasn't working. You probably saw in the chat, but that's when my Wi-Fi decided to stop on my phone. But for the things I haven't said, yeah, round 7 here at the Circuit de Sainte. The Tigers put it on provisional pole, Epic in second, Sainte in third, Finn in fourth, Daniel Gardenzi doing a really good job in fifth, Ted in sixth, Adam in seventh, Dutch in eighth, Matt Gavra in ninth, Airbag, a new driver joining us today, in 10th, Scouting Ninja in 11th, Wolfie in 12th, and a big thank you to Black Country Metal Recovery for sponsoring the league. Everything I pretty much said in the past 8 minutes. It's only quali and it's not going well, but yeah, I do apologise for that. My excuse is that it's Friday the 13th and bad things are happening. The chat's not working on my phone, so I can't get that up for you guys. I do apologise, but I'll try and get it up for the start of the race. Meanwhile, we've got Sainte and Epic both on laps. Epic will be having Sainte slipstream on this lap. Sainte being one of the BCMR drivers. I think did Epic back off? No, he's just fallen a little bit behind from Sainte as they approach the fourth sector on this track.
Hello, Woody teacher.
It's a shame that my Twitch ain't working, so I can't see the chat, but I'll try and get it up for the race. And like I was saying earlier, 18-minute quali, as this track is quite over 2 minutes to allow the drivers to get quite a fair few laps in, as Sainte just put it on provisional pole position by 300th, but play Dutchy 1 minute 6.9. An incredible lap from him. He's on the super softs, and Sainte on the soft tyres, so we might have a little bit of time to find, but by putting it on pole by 8/10 is a lot. It's quite a big margin.
It's weird how with a car engine like that on a circuit like this, he still manages to put on pole by 8/10. Good lap from him, and he just put another purple sector 2/10 down, or 2/10 up.
And an incredible lap from Dutchy. 8/10 clear of the next car behind. Tiger Assassin will be starting his lap now on the soft compound tyre. So those guys think that the soft tyres are better for this qualifying session. Finn has now opted for the racing super soft tyres and has Math Gamer for slipstream.
3/10 up. Time to now.
Yeah, play Dutchy on those super soft tyres. He does have Epic in front. He might get a little bit of slipstream from here as he approaches the third sector, and we'll have a see his delta split. He's 7.5 up. This is going to be an absolutely incredible lap if he can pull it together. The man in the Toyota will ride on board with him. He's got the fastest lap, I think, in every single race so far this season, I think. Maybe all but one, I'm not too sure. Epic in front of him's gone a little bit wide, lets Dutchy go through, and riding aboard, you can see him hitting the apex of the left-hander. 1.1 second up as he approaches the fourth sector. This is going to be absolutely incredible through the penultimate corner now. We'll get a wide shot of the white and red Toyota, the Dutch driver, currently leading the Super League in the F1, your previous Super League champion. What lap time is this going to be from the Dutch man as he runs? It comes up to the line. It's going to be a 2 minute 6.0, 1.7 seconds clear of Sainte behind. An absolutely outstanding lap. I don't think that's going to be beaten.
Yeah, definitely.
An absolutely insane lap time from Sainte. Tiger closely behind his teammate in third, has his slipstream, but it's going to take a mighty lap from these two drivers to try and close down Dutchy. As an Airbag currently in 10th place in the Lexus. And
Finn going to it.
Oh, as Math Gamer's improved on his time, goes up into 9th place, and yeah, they're racing into turn 1. as Tiger's improving his time, goes 6/10 ahead of his teammate, but still 1.1 seconds behind Play Dutchy. And
goes 8:50.
Adam improves on his lap. We've got a few drivers coming through the final corner now. One of them's Ted. Can he improve on his time? He does. Moves 9 thousandths behind his teammate Epic up into 5th place with a few more drivers approaching the line. Scouting Ninja being one of them improves on his time. And you can see there in the background Tiger coming out of the pits and another set of soft compound tyres, and pulls over to let Wolfie go through, who set a new personal best, moves his way up into 9th place in the Porsche, teammates with Daniel Gardenzi, both drivers who had an absolutely amazing race last time out in Autopolis. Let's see what they can do here today in France, a real place but a made up track. So I don't know how you feel, but I really like this track, Crypto.
Yeah, it's a great track. Nice scenery too.
And
nice fast corners.
I'm going to try Twitch again on my phone. This time I'm going to use my mobile data, and if that doesn't work, then there's no hope. Just...
Actually got a fan in the chat. It's me too.
And there we go. I've got the chat finally working.
Hello.
On the phone. Welcome everyone in the chat. I can't see how many people are in. 9 people in the chat. 11. Okay, so my thing is broken. Like last week. Everything going wrong. Oh, Finn, 8/10 up on his lap.
Oh.
If he can put this lap together, this lap from Finn could potentially put him in 3rd place. If he can pull it together in the Ferrari, nevertheless. Let's just keep that in mind. In the Ferrari, why not say it one more time? In the run up to the line, and puts his Ferrari in 3rd place. So,
it looks like the Ferrari and him are bonding well.
The dream team of Finn and the Ferrari. And this Friday the 13th is definitely changing. It's definitely having an effect on something. My mic being off for the start, and now Ferrari's in 3rd. And what a beautiful shot of that Ferrari in the pits. Nice Red Bull helmet as well. And welcome everyone in the chats.
Ted only on 9,000. I wonder if Ted can out-qualify Epic. I think for the first time, maybe.
As Wolfie's picked up damage, he's into the pits. Currently got a minute and a half left in quali. Tim is improving on his lap, only by a short amount. Tiger's on a lap. Dutchy's on a fresh set of super softs, and he's on an out lap. Finn and the Ferrari still in the pits, so I don't think Finn is going to be able to set another lap time. To say, just getting past Daniel Gardenzi on the bridge, and quite a nice addition to this track, having a nice bridge. Only 400ths up on his lap, and yeah, Dutchy is on fire. 1.1 seconds clear of the nearest car behind. It's like Lewis Hamilton in the wet. But this man does it almost every week, you could say. He's won how many races has he won this season? I have no idea.
We have had 7 and 7.
I want to say
Tiger's won 1 of them, so 6.
5. Epic won in
Epic
Monza.
Oh yeah, right, 5.
So speaking of Epic, moves his way up into 2nd place, 2 minutes 6.5. 5/10 behind Dutchy though.
Can we see a bit more Play Dutchy and Epic rivalry?
And we know Dutchy doesn't get off to the best of starts, so it could be action-packed into the 90-degree right-hander. A lot of 90-degree corners on this track. 14 corners, I think, in total. So not that many corners, actually, for such a long track. The long straights after Sector 3 and 4, kind of, where there's a lot of time. But I think this is the final lap of the session. And the majority of drivers on a lap. Tim improves on his lap. I think I don't think he's made it to another lap. 2 minute 8.1. 6th place for Tim, replacing Woody in this race. Now, Epic and Dutchy are both on a lap. I think they're the only 2 drivers still on a lap. I don't know if anyone else has made it. I think there's someone coming across the bridge. I don't know if they're on a lap. Ted is on a lap. So we've got 3 drivers who are still able to set a lap in this qualifying session. Hello, Arc Hero in the chat. As Play Dutchie, currently sitting 5/10 clear at the top of the standings. And I think he's got fastest lap in pretty much every single race. He's got Epic closely behind him. He's 8/10 down on his lap though, so I don't think Dutch is going to be improving, and Epic's a whole second slower than his personal best. We'll have to keep an eye on what Ted's doing. If Ted's on an out lap, it says, so I don't know if he's... And yeah, Ted's passed the 2:08 mark, so he won't be improving either. So that's... I think that's the qualifying session done. Dutchie crosses the line, Epic crosses the line, and we've just got to wait for Ted to come across the line. He's on an... Oh, he's on a final lap, but it's not going to be a competitive time. He's almost in the 3 minutes. In the 3 minute mark. So your starting grid for today's race lines up as followed. It's Play Dutchie on the front row once again, followed by Epic in second, and Tiger in third. He'll be joined by Finn in the Ferrari on the second row. It's your Mercedes lineup from the Super League in 5th and 6th, Sainte, followed by Atom in 6th, Ted and Daniel Gardenzi in 7th, and 8th, Wolfie in 9th, just behind the Italian, 2/10 behind Daniel Gardenzi. Math Gamer will line up in 10th place. Airbag in his first race will start in 11th, and Scouting Ninja will round up the grid.
This will be an interesting race. The Aston Martin does have a lot of straight line speed, so possibly we will see an overtaking from Epic or Tiger.
Possibly. As here we go then. Hopefully I'll be able to see some lights. I can, yeah, here we go. I can see some lights. They're not on though. There's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and it's 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for round 7 here at the circuit de Sainte, and it's a pretty good start from everyone. Tiger's off to a good start and is challenging Dutch into turn 1, and it's going to go 3 wide into turn 1, almost 4 wide, and Dutch in between Finn and Tiger. Epic though takes the lead of the race. Tim dropping down to 7th. Matt, a good start from Math Gamer. But Tiger into 3rd place. Finn going down the inside of the Aston Martin, down into turn 3. A good move from the Ferrari driver, puts himself up into 3rd place. Meanwhile at the back we've got a few drivers going side by side. So many cars going to such a tight space here, as Tiger and Sainte almost looking to have a little bit of a battle. If this game could give me a decent camera angle, here we go. And you can see all the drivers are going through the tricky S section in the section. Sorry. And on the run down to the bridge, Tiger and Finn going to go side by side, cross the bridge, and will be met by a 90-degree left-hander. Tiger gets past on the straight. Tim looking for a move down the inside of the Lexus, couldn't quite get it done here. Finn losing the control of the rear of his Ferrari. Finn on the medium tyres, so he'll be going longer than everyone else in this race. I think everyone's on the soft compounder tyre, as Epic leads this race by 1.2 seconds. Sainte closely behind Finn. Finn running in 4th place at the moment, but he's got a speedy Aston Martin behind him. The previous GT Sport champion will go down the inside of the Ferrari, promote himself up into 4th place. And I think Ted's not had the best of start. He's down into 10th place, but a pretty clean start from everyone. And Finn's going to fight back on Sainte, going to go down the inside. Fefe has left the room, unfortunately. And but Finn promotes his Ferrari up into, what was it, 4th place. And
maybe look for another podium here today.
Potentially, as Dutchie's caught up to the back of Epic. Fefe's joined the room again. I don't know if he's on the track. I don't know if he is. Meanwhile, Dutchie going down the inside of Epic into turn 1 and gets the move done, promoting himself up into the lead of the race. Epic will try and fight back as much as he can. Sainte, they're picking up a 1.5 second time penalty, I'm assuming, for running over the green AstroTurf down at turn 1. Almost serves a little bit of it. Down at turn 3.
4th to 8th and 4th to 10th, very close together now.
Yeah, definitely 4th to 10th, separated by 2 seconds, as you can just see so many cars going into such a short, such a tight, but yet again such quite a nice wide track. As not a place you really want to go side by side. Daniel Gardenzi almost losing the rear, and speaking of someone who's lost the rear, Tim getting a bad exit off the exit onto the bridge, lucky not to get damage on the wall, and you can just see riding on board with Math Gamer. Finn's gone a little bit deep in, almost hit the wall. Epic has Tiger Assassin closely behind him into the long swooping right-hander, one that's not actually taken out flat. There is a little lift and a dab on the brakes, but the front three, a common front three that we've seen, Play Dutchie, Epic and Tiger, 2 Saints close behind them, battling a bit with Finn. He does have that 1 point.
Two brothers.
2 Irish drivers going side by side into turn 8, I think that is. I can't, maybe turn 10. Ted going down the inside, gets the move done. Tim looking for the move on Daniel Gardenzi, can't quite get the move done just yet, but that's I'm sure Tim will try and have some good race pace in this race. Meanwhile the front guys still nose to tail. As Play Dutchie setting the fastest lap of the race, currently leading by 7/10, and Tiger closely behind Epic.
Oh, inside, backs off. Just get past Ted, and Ted goes wide, and Wolfie and Ted still going auto wheel. Also Tim and Wolfie, Tim and Danielle also going auto wheel.
Yeah, riding on board with Tim. You can see Ted going side by side with Wolfie. Tim getting past Daniel Gardenzi, putting himself up into 9th place. And this battle for 2nd place is still continuing. Dutchie's pulled out a bit of a gap to the leaders, 1.1 seconds. Epic almost hitting the barrier, and Tiger going side by side gets the move done before the breaking point. Tiger getting past Epic on the bridge then, and will take 2nd place away from the other Aston Martin driver, and we'll be looking to hunt down Play Dutchie up in front.
Yeah, and the gap from 3rd to 4th, 3.6 seconds now, as GC looks to come back to the top 3 fighting and help Tiger more by hopefully going on to Epic. Still has to close that gap down though.
Yeah.
On the softs here. Oh, excuse me, Finn is on the mediums, and everyone else on the softs.
So we've seen Finn in the past tend to do the more aggressive super soft or soft strategy, but opted for the mediums for this race, obviously being a longer track, so you don't really want to be making many pit stops.
A new Ferrari Masters lap. Always something new.
And he's actually doing well to keep up to Sainte on those medium tyres, and I know I've said this once, but he's also in the Ferrari, not the most stable car to drive, but proving us wrong, getting a podium last time out at Autopolis. Would be trying to look for a move, maybe onto Sainte if he can get a little bit closer, and might be able to use the slipstream to his advantage. You can see there Tiger, Dutchie and Epic all running fairly close to one another still. As Tim getting past Wolfie, but Wolfie will try and fight back, look for the inside, but that Porsche not close enough to make a move, but will still have a look for the inside. As they're going to go side by side now into the tricky right-hander, followed by a left and followed by a 90-degree right onto the bridge. And Tim almost looking for a move down the inside of Ted, but couldn't quite, not close enough to make a move. And this long train of cars, as Tim hasn't got the best of exits, as you can see. Well, Wolfie's got a good exit, and you can see there in front Ted getting ahead of the Lexus. He'll go down the inside and get the move up into 6th place. Tim a little bit late on the brakes, almost running in the back of the Lexus, having a massive snap of oversteer.
6 up close to Ted and Gamer going super beautiful. Ted managed to holding it through. Oh, beautiful track this is Sainte.
And Matt Gamer and Ted are still going to go side by side in the rundown to turn. I don't know what turn it is, I'll have to work it out at some point. But Math Gamer on the inside, can he get ahead of the Irishman? They're still side by side, and here comes Tim, also looking to try and gain some positions after his earlier incident. Finn getting past Sainte as well. Sainte's got damage.
Oh. Got red bump damage.
And my replay cameras won't go far enough but to go that far back. I reckon he got it on the exit of the bridge. I think Finn's hit the back of him on the bridge. I don't know how else he would have got rear damage in that way, but he decides to stay out. Interesting from Tim to Sainte, staying out with that suspension and aero damage. But here comes at him on Ted now. And Tim's going to try and go round the outside of Ted into turn 1. Can he make it stick? Around the outside, and what a beautiful move from the finishman. Promotes himself up into 6th place.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason was getting dumped from just a wall, understood into a wall. Somehow getting bumper damage, rear bumper damage.
And Tiger still within 5/10 of Play Dutchy, out in front. This battle isn't over just yet. And I'm seeing comments come up on the, but I'm not getting the comments back on my phone. Apologies, I'll get that up at some point during the race. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's gone again. Anyway, yeah, Dutchy now having to try and defend from Tiger Assassin. But we've still got this monumental battle in the midfield. Ted's got damage.
Oh no.
And Math Gamer briefly hit the wall there. My replay cameras once again not going far enough back to see what happened. And does anyone else have damage around him? I don't think they do. I think Ted's lost it himself. He's down into 9th place, but we're trying to look for a move on Math Gamer. You can just see him not weaving in a straight, but you can see the suspension damage really costing him. In a straight line, they're going to go side by side. Daniel Gardenzi's going to make it 3 wide, but Ted backs off and accepts the position. Daniel though going down the inside. The Audi driver moving his way up into 9th place. Math Gamer is going to fight back 3 wide once again. Ted on the outside. Daniel Gardenzi lifts off just a little bit and demotes himself into 10th place. But we're looking to fight back. Math Gamer and Ted almost going side by side. But I can't make any moves just yet. Ted going down the inside into the final corner. Can he make the move stick? Daniel Gardenzi drifting into the final corner, picks up damage, hitting the spectator camera. And they're both into the pits to repair that damage.
Whereas Finn just 8 tenths behind him now.
Sorry about that.
Tiger's still gaining actually to Dutchy through the straight lines.
And yeah, these front 3 separated by roughly a second in this race. And guys, pretty close together. The Finn is well, got himself up into 4th place. I'm just going to try and see if I can get the comments back up on my phone.
Just actually got a question by Art Keros asking you, who do you feel will win?
Ooh, I have. I'm gonna say. You know, I'm gonna put my faith in. I'm gonna put my faith in Tiger. What have I just done? As they go, Tiger's going to go side by side with Play Dutchy. He's going to squeeze his find the gap on the inside, go down the inside of the Dutchman, puts his way up into the net lead of the race. And Play Dutchy concedes the position for now, but we'll be fighting the Aston Martin back. And hopefully this Friday the 13th doesn't do anything bad to these drivers. We don't want to deal with Sainte down in the freshman and instantly ruin Infirmella's race by saying that the race has reached a bit of a
Dutchy and Tiger still wheel to wheel, going through the final corner.
And
inside, but Dutchy goes round the outside. No, still wheel to wheel. Epic slowly gaining from this battle.
They are going to go side by side. Two Saints got his way back past Finn, but I'm going to keep on this battle for the lead. Tiger going down the inside of the Toyota into turn 1 and unable to get past just yet, but this battle has allowed Epic to close the gap back and maintains the lead of the race. And meanwhile, yeah, Finn getting a penalty. We've got this battle for 4th place. While having the battle for the lead, Epic looking for a move on to Tiger maybe, but couldn't quite go for anything yet. I'm now just on my controller because my keyboard has not decided to stop working for a little bit.
Yeah, closest battle we've got here, top 3 now. Separated by 5/10.
Tiger going to look for a move down the inside into the left-hander on the exit of the bridge, and he's had a massive tank slapper in the wall. No damage, but has lost 2 positions in one corner. Epic and Dutchy both going through. But this is where things get interesting. We've got a nice long straight 3 cars separated by 5/10, and if you haven't seen Monza, I would definitely go check that out. I wonder if we'll see another 3 wide moment between the top 3. Here comes Epic on a move on Dutchy. Look down the inside of the Toyota. Couldn't quite do anything of it. Here comes Tiger now. And why is my thing not working? Come on. I don't know what's happening with my stuff. I don't know why things aren't working anymore. Anyway, Dutchy though maintains the lead. Finn and Epic having a little bit of a battle for 2nd place. It's allowed Dutchy to gain 2nd advantage over Epic in 2nd. And Tiger's going to look for one down the inside. Not close enough though to make a move. Finn getting back past 2 Saint, and 2 Saint pits to repair that rear damage.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him. He's the only one damaged. Oh, apart from Morphe with front bumper damage. And yeah, this battle for 1st position still continues, and the gap from 2nd to 1st increases by a 2nd.
Definitely Dutchy extending his lead. Why is the chat not working for me? I can see it coming up in the top right saying how many comments we've got, but it's not. Come on!
Tiger! Wheel to wheel with Epic. Will he go round the outside? Oh, Epic covers the inside.
And Tiger will try and hold it around the outside, but just no space. And we're not close enough to make the move. Stick, apologies if my mic goes off temporarily. I'm just trying to readjust it so it sounds a bit better. And if I do that, and anyway, so there we go. On to lap 8 now. Oh, someone's calling me. Sorry about that. I'll call you back later if you're watching the stream. But yeah, Dutchy now extending his lead at the top to 1.8 seconds over Epic, who runs a little bit wide. And well, still maintains 2nd place. He does have Tiger close behind him. In 3rd place, 2 Aston Martins battling, and these guys unable to close in on the play Dutchy out in front, and maintains the lead of the race.
Let's look at fuel here. Epic having more fuel out of Tiger and Dutchy. Epic conserving more of his fuel. Tiger using it more to gain a bit.
Oh, I've just opened. Okay, what's okay? I think something's not working. I've opened up the chat. Oh dear, that ain't great. Anyway, I've got my keyboard finally working. Apparently, as the chat open. Someone's into the pits at the back. I think it was Wolfie coming in for a fresh set of soft tyres. But tyre wear, an interesting one around this track. It's kind of a medium tyre wear.
Yeah.
Track.
Tiger and Epic wheel to wheel. Tiger. Oh, we lost it. Gap is close now. We'll try a move in the next few corners. And Dutchy leading Epic by 2.5 seconds now.
As here comes Tiger. We'll try and look for one down the inside. Not close enough though to look. Not close enough to go for the move. But Epic has got much more, a bit more fuel than Tiger in this race.
Yeah.
Currently had 19 minutes.
Got the red blink on his fuel light, and so does Tiger.
So they'll probably be in the pits in the next 2 to 3 laps, I would imagine. As Tiger's going to try and look for one on Epic, but isn't close enough once again to make a move. But he's still going to look for one down the inside. Play Dutchy and Tiger's into the pits, and Epic follows them in, and he's going to side by side into the pit lane. This is going to be interesting actually to see how much fuel both drivers put in their car, and Tiger might get the jump on Epic if he puts less fuel in. And Finn on the mediums, already into the pits, and already had 4% of fuel.
Tiger and Dutchy, so he might just put in a bit less.
At him, also into the pits, Math Gamer into the pits, Daniel Gardenzi stays out. Where will Sainte go in all of this? Sainte coming in 4th place, and Epic comes out ahead of. Now this is really interesting. Look at the gap between Play Dutchy and Epic. Wow. Only 8 tenths. Both put on the same amount of fuel.
Around a second and a half around there. The pits.
As Fefe has left the room again. It's unfortunate he couldn't.
Empty can't rejoin the race.
And unfortunate for him.
Tim and Ted going wheel to wheel. And still wheel to wheel.
Ted going to try and go for a move round the outside of Atim. And this would be an absolutely great move if he can pull it off. They're going to go side by side in the run down to the bridge. What? Wow. Cleanly held from both drivers. And Tim, great defending as well, stays in 7th place. And I think did he start in 6th place, so he's only lost 1 position. Daniel Gardenzi though is in 5th place and hasn't made a pit stop yet. Is 1 second behind the Sainte, and is actually gaining on him, interestingly, and he's gone 3.5 tenths quicker in the first sector as Epic's going for a move on Dutchy, round the outside into the hairpin. A little bit of contact from drivers, and Dutchy stays in the lead of the race, and Epic having to back out of that. He's lost him 8-9 tenths, almost a second after that collision. And I think if I try, we can get a replay of that. Here we go, Epic on the outside, and I'm gonna say, well, I'm not. There's no blame on anyone on that one. As all I'm gonna say for now. But if Epic did think there was Dutchy was at fault, then he can make a claim after the race in the Discord chat, and we'll see what the stewards say, if anything. Daniel Gardenzi into the pits from the soft compound of tyre, the red striped tyre. 6% of his fuel left will be pitting for, I'm assuming, a full tank. And here comes Tim. Here comes Tim on Ted in the run down to turn 1. Ted on the outside will have to try and defend, but Atim goes down the inside, promotes himself up into 6th place, and will be hunting down the Ferrari off Finn, who's pitted for another set of mediums.
Yeah. I think that might be his final stop, or maybe another one.
Might do.
A lot on this one, he might have to do another stop, but Dutchy picks up a 1.7 second penalty.
As Play Dutchy, not known for corner cutting, but a little bit of cheeky stuff here. Wolfield, so just 1.9 second time penalty. This is absolutely diabolical. But yeah, Dutchy currently leading this race 1.1 seconds to Epic, 7/10 ahead of Tiger Assassin, and we're both trying to close in on the Dutchman out in front.
Yeah. Gavra Finno to Sainte 10 seconds. Oh, is that because Finn just recently fidgeted? Let's see, close battles. Closest we've got is...
I think the battle for the lead is the closest. Dutchy's made a mistake somewhere, and Epic's closed down almost a whole second on him. 3/10 behind now, and Tiger's also keen to join this battle. 4/10 behind Epic, and this is going to very interesting indeed, as the top three fighting for the lead once again, as Tiger actually has the fastest lap of the race as it stands.
Yeah. We haven't had any major contact so far. Oh no. Emma was lost there for a second. But yeah, no major contact so far.
And to answer your questions, there's someone in the chat, I can't see your name. But what I've done is I've got my laptop set up with the Twitch chat on it, but it's on the other side of my room, so I can only just read what the comment says. And yeah, Fefe disconnected just before the race started, I think, and that's why he's not in the grid. And GT Sport don't allow you to join back in the race if you leave, so that's really unfortunate for him. But hope to see him out next time in...
Dutchy goes to score.
I think Dutchy's serving, well, serving penalties, as Epic is close behind him. Could potentially see a move maybe into... I still haven't learned the corner names. Let me just go through this quickly. 1, 2, 3.
Just under 2/10 behind Dutchy. I think he will look for a move down the inside. Epic goes. Does he make the move? And he does.
It is turn 10. I was right before. Turn 10. Into turn 10 they go.
Goes fast Dutchy.
And Epic up into the lead of the race.
You're gaining a lot in that straight line.
And Dutchy going a little bit wide. Maybe could see Tiger go for a move, but these guys don't want to battle too hard as it will cost them time to one another. Dutchy serving a penalty, Ghost for a little bit. We'll be looking to try and get the move done on Epic. These two had a little bit of contact in Monza a few weeks ago, and we'll not want to be replicating it. And Dutchy serving a penalty. He's only got 5/10 left to serve off that penalty, and here we go then. Dutchy looking for a move on Epic. He's got a good exit out of turn 1 and 2. Would he go for anything into turn 3? Epic goes defensive, and Dutchy unable to make any moves. And here they come now through turns 4, 5 and 6. We've got you've got Dutchy is in an Aston Martin and a British sandwich here. 3 different teams fighting for the lead of this race, and Dutchy's almost finished serving that time penalty, but is still close behind Epic, who is leading the race. Just gonna have a little look at the back of the grid. We don't have too many battles, so I'll just keep an eye on what's happening out front.
Is he going to look for a move through the fast right-hander? Almost. Will he look for a move in the next corner?
riding on board with Play Dutchy now into turn 10, looks through it down the inside, sends it down the inside, Epic leaves in the space, and they're going to go side by side now into turn 11, 12 and 13, a series of S's taken at about 130 miles per hour, 140, but potentially, but here comes Dutchy, trying to get a good exit here, almost side by side with Epic, but decides to wait for the main straight. Tiger though still staying with these guys in third place, and this battle for the lead is still on. We've had 50% of the race gone, another 30% remaining, and Tiger still holds on to that fastest lap extra points, which he will get at the end of the race to see if he's able to maintain it. But Dutchy closer than he was last time, and why is my camera angle so wonky? It's like to the side of the track. Move it to the left, man, come on, do your job. And then we can see, like, I want it in the centre. Ted's into the pits, had 9% of his fuel left. Is it just me who's thinking that? Like, the cars are off the screen in this shot. But what a beautiful camera angle there. You got to give it to GT Sport though for their camera angles. Dutchy closer than ever to the rear of that Aston Martin, and goes a little bit slower than Epic, but will try and get a good run now down the bridge, and will set himself up for the long straight into turn 8 now. 90-degree left-hander, a lot of 90-degree left-hand, a lot of 90-degree corners. To be fair, Epic doesn't decide to defend the inside line too much. Dutchy now 3/10 behind him, and will tuck in nicely behind the slipstream. But here comes Tiger as well, 4/10 behind Dutchy. But Dutchy is closing on Epic. Look at the delta, 2/10, 1.5, 1/10, half a tenth, and now gets herself up into the lead of the race.
Stronger, I don't know, it's stronger straight line. It's like they got an upgrade in the engine.
And Epic will have to settle for second place for now.
Ooh, big sense of those two different Dutchy. That curb. Tuesday just 80 seconds behind Tiger. Compare Tuesday's lap times to Epic and Tiger.
Actually running a little bit wide through turn 13, almost hit the wall.
Top speed lost 3 seconds in that time.
But Dutchy is still able to maintain his lead.
Tuesday pits.
Tuesday into the pits, and he was on the super softs. I didn't even realise that. He's pitted for the super soft tyres. I'm glad Charles Leclerc in the chat's liking the battles. Hello Tobster as well.
Hello.
Currently got a three-way fight out in the lead. Dutchy, Epic and Tiger have been battling away for the past 30 minutes for the lead of this race here in Sonquo. And that gap's kind of opened up a little bit between these guys. Five tenths between Dutchy and Epic. Tiger close behind these guys as well. Finn doing another great job to get himself up into fourth place.
And that's allowed Epic to close up a bit more.
If we can get a shot from the rear of Dutchy's car, you can see a gaining Aston Martin, which is gaining and gaining and gaining, and is now pulling alongside, which will be the inside line for turn 10. Dutchy's will try and fight back. Will he go for anything down the inside? Well, Tiger actually going to go down the inside of Dutchy, and gets the move done up into second place. Dutchy though does the old switcheroo, and gets his body back up into second place. Tiger just a little bit too late on the brakes. But good clean racing from these guys. And at him actually up into fifth place. I know he hasn't pit yet. Sainte on another set of super soft. So Sainte going for a Finn's aggressive strategy. And no Tobster, I'm not saying the L word. Maybe later in the race I might say it. you know, it is Friday the 13th as well, so that has another factor to play. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Dutchy though, almost less than a tenth behind Epic into turn 1. Has not had the best of exits, and probably won't be going for a move into turn 3. Is he close enough? No, not yet. But Tiger's also closing in on this battle as well, currently having the fastest lap of the race. We've actually got another battle for 9th place forming between Ted and Math Gamer. The Lexus versus the Aston Martin, so I'll just try and keep an eye on that fight as well. But meanwhile, we've still got that 3-way fight for the lead. And yeah, the Toyota, it isn't the quickest car in a straight line, as well, you know, Dutchy's actually been able to keep up with Epic in the slipstream. It's not too bad, but it's been costing time to Dutchy.
Any battles at the back here?
We've got Ted and Math Gamer are fairly close.
Airberg and Scouting is in a second.
Cheryl Leclerc asking what is the, I'm assuming that's L word, not an I or a Y.
L word?
I'm not going to say it. If someone in the chat would like to say what it is, if I say it, then just, you know, a world war might start. It won't be a pretty sight, but I'm sure Topster will be able to answer your question.
Oh, and Epic scrapes the wall on the left. Lots of sparks coming up from there.
But Epic still leads this way. He's got a play Dutchy right behind the rear of his car, and let's get a rear on board of Epic's car. There you go, 007 on the back, nice orange rear wing. And you can see there that Toyota is looking quite angry, you might say, with its headlights. You can see the Aston Martin Tiger assassin, one of the BCMR drivers, also close behind this battle for the lead. But Epic gaining actually a little bit of a gap to Dutchy now.
I think man Finn mostly now. See a nice battle here.
Bath Gamers into the pits, and I'm not sure if Two Saints aggressive strategy's working. He seems to be 4 tenths behind at him. I'll see if that gap comes down late in the race. Who's got damage?
Bath Gamer.
Oh, I keep opening the chat, sorry. Meanwhile, the gaps out front have kind of spread out a little bit. Tiger's dropped a second behind Dutchy. Dutchy 3 tenths behind Epic, but with the slipstream is closing at a rapid pace. Oh, Sven and Tim are actually pretty close to each other on track, so close that Tim is going to pull over to the right hand side of the track, look for a move down the inside into turn 9, but we'll have to try and keep it into turn 10. Finn on the outside on those worn medium tyres, and we'll look for it around the outside. We'll try the switchback move, but couldn't quite do anything of it, and it's up in Tim up into 4th place. We're trying to close down to Tiger, but we'll still need to make another pit stop at some point in this race.
Yeah, 23 minutes, under 23 minutes left to go here, and we've had a battle almost each lap.
Pretty much, these front 3 have not, you can't separate them, they've not been separated for the majority of this race. And all 3 seem in good form. Here at Sonqua, it's currently a nice clear sky ahead. 3 in the afternoon. And yeah, like I say, we've got 22 minutes remaining, and Dutchy's trying to close down on Epic. Just having a look at the rest of the other drivers. Finn trying to look for a move on Tim, both on fairly worn drivers and don't have a lot of fuel. Finn's fuel bar's just dropped into the red. So Tim running a little bit wide. That's going to allow Finn to get a good exit on the Toyota in the run down towards turn 7. Finn going to look for a move down the inside. Tim doesn't cover him, and that promotes Finn up into 4th place, but couldn't quite complete the move. And Tim, late on the brakes, maintains 4th position. Dutchy though not quick enough on the straight line. That Toyota struggling, comparing it to the Aston Martin, and will maintain 2nd place. These guys on lap 18 now, and we'll probably see about 6 more laps in this race. Maybe not 6. So hang on, let me do this maths. No, 9 more laps, I'm going to say. So what's that, 27 laps, I'm going to say, as someone's Epic hit the wall. No damage for him, and this is going to give Dutchy the run, but you can see he's losing time on the straights. Playing Dutchy cannot do anything in a straight line in that Toyota, but he can do it in the corners. Look really close to the rear of Epic's Aston Martin into turn 1.
See a last lap battle.
Definitely.
It will be really close. Epic and Finn both pit at the same time.
Finn and Atim both into the pits. Sainte getting ahead of the pair of them. Dutchy though still unable to find a way past the Aston Martin. He's got an Aston Martin in front and behind. Has pretty much been battling Aston Martins this whole league in the past 7 weeks. Dutchy choosing the Toyota, more specifically the Toyota FT, the FT1 VGT. And just under 20 minutes left to go, lap 19, and it's been a pretty good race once again. This league never failing to disappoint with its battles out front. And Tiger still maintaining the fastest lap.
I just realised every time I put the blinker on the fuel.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, see another pit stop here. But
I reckon these guys will probably be making another stop. Sainte,
he's 22 seconds behind Tiger.
I think Sainte's gonna have to make another stop.
Yeah, probably, unless he can conserve and conserve.
And
interesting to see what will happen.
Epic's into the pits. Tiger follows him, and that releases Play Dutchy into the lead of the race then. So this is where Play Dutchy will try and extend as big of a lead as he can, so he can try and come out ahead of these guys. So he's got a 17. Let's just keep an eye on the gap at the lead. So an 18.234. That's got an 18.3 second gap behind. We'll just keep an eye on that and see how much time he loses or if he gains time, and that can kind of be a point of interest. Sainte's actually got ahead. Oh, hang on a minute.
Wait.
Look at the gap between Tiger and Epic.
What?
Epic's put on a lot less fuel though.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Epic's put on a lot less fuel, and Tiger is, what's that, 4-5 seconds behind Epic? Also behind his teammate. So this will be interesting.
Because I don't think we need that much fuel to remain 17 minutes.
Either that, or has Epic put enough fuel in the car to go to the end? We'll have to wait and see. 17 minutes to go. as Sainte currently ahead of his teammate, and
feel like Tiger may have got a bit too much fuel. 2 minutes.
Tiger goes down the inside of his teammate. I'm sure there's some team orders on the radio between these guys. Tiger ahead on track.
8 laps. Oh, 7 to 8 laps of his tires out of fuel.
So we should expect, I think we would expect Sainte into the pits again.
Yeah.
He is on those worn super softs and doesn't have as much fuel as any of these guys. Dutchy's into the pits then. So that 18.3 second gap's gone down to 17.0. But this is going to be interesting. If he comes out behind or in front of Epic, then they might be on the better strategy. But if he comes out behind Tiger, then we might have to question, has Epic got enough fuel in his Aston Martin? He's already gone past the pit straight. Dutchy's still in the pits. It's going to be pretty close between him, Tiger and Sainte actually. As here comes Tiger now out of the pit lane, and sorry, not Dutchy out of the pit lane, but here comes Tiger into turn 1. Dutchy maintains second place in the race, but now this is where the last 16 minutes get a little bit calm down a little bit in the commentary box. But it will be interesting from a driver's point of view whether Epic has enough fuel to go to the end. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, Dutchy putting on almost the same amount of fuel as Tiger. So has Epic got enough fuel to go to the end? He's got half a tank. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. And I'm not sure where he's got that from. He's gone past the pit lane. Wolfie taking an interesting line in the run after turn 1. And so he's going to go side by side, almost side by side with Ted. Comes back over onto the racing line and maintains 8th place. But Tiger's actually set a purple 3rd sector, so he might also be trying to go for the fastest lap of the race. Currently still has the fastest lap of the race. And if he's able to keep that, finishes inside the top 10. I think that rule still applies. Well, I think we've still got it in GT Sport. But if he's able to keep it by the end of the race and finish the race, then he will get an extra point. But Dutchy 7 tenths ahead of him. The gap to Epic is coming down, so maybe Epic's realised he's not got enough fuel and he's in a lower fuel mode. He's 1.8 seconds slower than his fastest lap. Sainte into the pits. I think this could actually be for another set of super softs. Finn goes past on the start finish straight now, so he'll come out in 5th place. Tim's too far behind in 6th. And yeah, comes out onto the super soft tyres. And look at the gap out in front. 3 seconds now. It's come down by 2 seconds in the past 2 laps. And well, we're going to have another battle on our hands for the lead of the race in, I'm only going to imagine, in a few laps time. It's going to be absolutely insane. But Epic still leading, but in the same lap. The gap has come down to 2 seconds. I don't think Epic's got enough fuel in the car. I think he's running a low fuel mix. He definitely does not have the same pace as these guys currently. Dutchy also setting the purple sector. The gap 1.9 seconds now. Has Epic, has he thrown away this win maybe?
Possibly. 12 minutes to go. 2 minutes and 10 seconds around, or 2 minutes 8 seconds. Yeah. So around 5. Wait. 6 laps more around.
Yeah, 5-6 laps left in this race.
Yeah.
The gap in the lead is coming down at a significant rate, and Dutchy almost within a second window.
Yeah, I think he has put in enough fuel.
It's gonna be as they play Dutchy, fastest lap of the race, 4/10 quicker than the old fastest lap, 2 minutes 6.581. If it finishes like this, then he'll get the extra point for fastest lap, but the gap for the lead has come down to less than a second. And Dutchy has been showing some mega pace. He's got a 1.3 second gap behind to Tiger, and is now on the back of Epic, and it's gone 3/10 faster in the first sector now. Let's keep an eye on what this man can do in the Toyota, and is closing down on Epic for the lead of the race with only 10 minutes to go. Here we go, on board with Dutchy now, down the bridge. He's gaining and gaining and gaining. He's 4/10 up on his fastest lap, and yeah, just not close enough to make a move yet. But we'll continue to ride on board with him, as I'm not sure he's going to make an overtake into this long swooping right-hander. That is turn 8, sorry. And you can just see Dutchy having a much better wide line than Epic. Epic running wide, and here comes Dutchy now, but we know Dutchy doesn't have the straight line speed. Let's keep an eye on the delta though, and Dutchy though into the lead of the race. Here he goes down the inside, and gets to move down into the lead of the race before the braking zone. And Epic though will try and fight back with his lower fuel amount on the car. He'll use the lightness of his car to try and be a bit more quicker than Dutchy. But Dutchy though still maintains first place. This battle has allowed Tiger to close in quite a bit on Epic. Is now I would say within the effective slipstream range, and Epic's made a mistake and has got damage.
Oh no.
Let's get a replay of what happened on board with the Aston Martin now into the final corner. Broken too late, and is off into the barrier with damage. And Finn also into the pits, had 4% of his fuel left, so probably a good idea to come into the pits. And too late now actually, coming down the start finish straight.
Could Tiger win this race?
He could, you know.
I mean,
Tiger set in a purple first sector.
If he gains a lot this race.
Now this is Epic onto the super softs, 2 Sainte behind him on the super softs as well. Keep an eye on this battle for the lead. It is Friday the 13th, and that's what happens on these days. I didn't even Topster, if you're still watching, I didn't even say we reached a bit of a lull. There you go, Topster. I've said it. I didn't say we have reached one, I said we didn't. So if anything does happen from now on, you can blame Topster for that. He wanted me to, I think it was Topster who said, yeah. Topster did say the L word, and I've said it, maybe not in the context you want, but we'll keep an eye on this battle for the lead and see if anything happens. Someone is in the pits. I think that is that scouting in Math Gamer, sorry. Tiger though is on a purple lap,
Gaining so much.
and gonna go for a move down the inside. Maybe we're not close enough to make a move. And we'll be looking to actually might try and actually steal Dutchy's fastest lap if he's on a competitive lap. He's approaching the 4th sector now, down in his time, not by much though, so he might try and go for it. I'm not sure it's going to be quick enough though to do so. He's kind of lost a little bit of time in the
Daniel Gaudenz. He's going to look for a move from the inside. Oh, good will. Not quite.
And Daniel Gaudenz
does a lot of power down the straight, so we didn't try it here.
Daniel stays in 7th place for now, but we'll tuck in the slipstream of the Audi. Daniel will have to try and defend. Ted swoops over to the inside, gets himself up into 7th place, but the move's not done yet, as Ted will have to try and defend now on the inside. Here comes Daniel Gardenzi, will try and hold it round the outside, but not quite close enough to go fully commit to the outside line. Tried the switchback but wasn't close enough to make it effectively work. But Tiger still on the hunt for his 2nd win in the GT Sport League this season. He's won 2 races in the past, one at Lago Maggiore, one at Mount Panorama, and Duchy has won a lot of races. Let's say that he's won a lot. Can I name them? Probably not. But I think he won 7 or 8 in a row last season, and has won 5 this season. So what's that? About 13 wins for Play Duchy. Maybe he might have 12. I don't know. But all the stats are on the website. Tiger looking for it down the inside. Is he not quite close enough? Duchy's currently winning the championship, Con. I think he's winning it by about 30 points. Tiger's in 2nd, I think. Sainte in 3rd. Oh no, I think Sainte might actually be in... I'll quickly check the standings for you, Connor. But I believe it's Duchy winning. Then I think it's Tiger in 2nd, Sainte 3rd, Epic 4th is your top 4. Tiger though still looking for the move for the lead. 5 minutes to go, and it's not over and done yet. It is Tiger in 2nd in the championship, and yeah, Duchy's won 5 out of 7 races. The only races he hasn't won this season were Monza and Mount Panorama. Epic and Tiger taking the victory in those 2. We've got 2 cars running fairly close together into turn 9. That's Ted and Daniel Gardenzi. Ted staying in 7th place. Daniel losing a little bit of time. As Tim's got front damage. I think he's had that for the majority of the race though. Not deciding to pit for repairs. Sainte currently 10 seconds behind Epic.
I think it might have the gap to repair it though. It's 25 seconds.
Oh, here comes Tiger though. Through down the bridge into turn 8. Looked for it down the inside, but backs out. I thought he was going to go for that one. Not quite close enough though to make a move for the lead. He's so close, but yet so far. And Aston Martin versus Toyota down the straight. Here we go, the gap 5 tenths. Tiger didn't get the best of exits, but will be helped with the slipstream. You can see in the top left the delta's coming down and down and down. Will he go for a move? Will ride on board. He's close enough. He's going for it side by side. Into turn 10, Tiger on the inside. Duchy will try and hold it round the outside, and Tiger still in 2nd place, but they're going to go side by side now. Duchy maintaining the lead of the race somehow. Tiger will try every trick in the book he knows to try and steal this lead away from Duchy, the man who's put it on pole and has got the fastest lap of the race. He will not allow this man to get a win, and not another one in this league. He's gonna fight for it with everything he's got. And I'm sure all the Tiger fans are cheering for him, all the Dutch fans are cheering for Duchy. And 2 laps to go in this race with 3 minutes 30 and a 2-minute lap. So we're on to the penultimate lap of this race, and these 2 are still going nose to tail in this race. And Duchy is absolutely amazing, says 2 squad? I'm going to say 2 squad. I do apologise, but yeah, Duchy absolutely is blistering pace. But here comes Tiger, maybe down the inside into turn 4, 5, and 6 with a little bit of contact. Nothing major though. Tiger has to give up the position. He is unhuman. Tim is into the pits, might go for fastest lap if there's time. Here comes Tiger now down the inside. Duchy's going to squeeze him off to the barrier, not give him any room, but Tiger makes the move for the lead down the inside of the Dutchman. Dutch is going to try the switchback move. They're going to go side by side now into the wrong right-hander. Tiger gives up the position and will have the slipstream down the start, down the back straight here through the third. The third sector. Is it? Yeah, through sector 3. Through sector 3. Sorry. Here comes Tiger. Will use the slipstream and the straight line speed advantage of the Aston Martin. Balls over to the left hand side, which will be the outside line for turn 10. Dutchy doing some amazing defending here to maintain the lead of the race. Tiger will try the switchback move, drifting a little bit through the corners. His soft tyres
will be the last lap.
Yeah, this is the penultimate lap.
One more lap.
One lap to do anything. People getting goosebumps watching the end of this race. I know we are. It's like Monza all over again. This time it's between Tiger and Dutchy for the lead of the race as we come through the final corner now for the penultimate time in this race. And who is going to win this race? There's a little bit of traffic up in front, but nothing too bad. I'm not sure. I don't think they'll catch it come the end of this race. Your front two have not been separated for the entire race. They've been battling away every lap, and on the lap 28 now. Here we go, the showdown for the win. 1 minute to go. Some drivers will be able to complete another lap. For these guys it will be their last. Here they go then. Tiger staying behind Dutchy. He wants to get a good exit coming through turn 8 on the exit of the bridge to try and go for a move into turn 9 or 10. Here we go then, down the bridge. Dutchy's got a bit of a gap to Tiger. Intense last lap here in the at the circuit, the Sainte. Tiger a little bit later on the brakes than Dutchy. Hasn't got the best. He's got a decent exit than Dutchy. There we go, through the long right-hander, turn 9. Tiger's got. And Dutchy's got a really good run. The gap opened up to 8/10 in that corner. Tiger's going to have the slipstream and the straight line speed, but I'm not sure it's enough to stop this man from winning. It's going to have to be an late dive bomb. As I'm just going to quickly say, Daniel Gardenti has come finished in 7th. Ted and Matt Gamer in the run, drag way to the line. 500 separate them guys. Wolfie in 10th. Scout Ninja will finish in 11th. Dutchy though still having to defend from Tiger. We can see riding on board with Tiger so close, but yet so far only a few corners to go.
Corner left.
But into the penultimate corner on the last lap. Here comes Play Dutchy. We've reached a bit of a lull maybe to try and spice things up. Will he hit the wall on the outside? Doesn't hit the wall, but here comes then the Dutchman. Pole, fastest lap, wins round 7 in the circuit, the Sainte. Tiger a very close second place and in a very intense battle for the lead. Epic after going wide too late on the brakes into the final corner, picking up damage, finishes in 3rd place. Sainte and Finn though are going to go side by side into the final corner. Another drag race to the line. Here comes the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Finn up to the line. Oh, I thought it. Sorry. Oh my days. Finn down the inside into the final corner. Ferrari versus Aston Martin. Italy versus.
We had 3 battles on the last lap at the results. That was
insane. And there's a quick replay of that drag race to the line. And Atim will come across in 6th place.
What a race.
We've had Dutch and Tiger battle from the last lap. Ted and Matt Gamer drag race to the line. Finn jumping, overtaking Sainte in the final corner with a drag race to the line as well. What a last lap, the best last lap of the season. But a familiar car and a familiar helmet is on the podium once again. But that is the circuit, the Sainte Grand Prix done. And well, what an amazing race. What do you think of it, Crypto?
Wow, I mean, it got me off my seat. It was. I'm speechless.
But that has been an incredible round here at the Duty Sport League, sponsored by the Black Country Metal Recovery. And oh dear, I've accidentally gone out on track. But anyway, amazing win from Dutchy. Tiger in second, and Epic rounding up the final podium position. But that will be it from us here in the commentary box. And where are we next week? Is it Austria? I feel like Austria's round 9. It could be Tokyo Expressway. So join us next week for either Tokyo Expressway or Austria. And I hope you have a good one, guys. But until then, goodbye.
Bye-bye.